potential on those assets associated with further upside. And we hope to do what we have achieved with Chudditch, which is apply technologies to really get a lot more information out of the existing data.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Sunder Energy CEO, Andy Butler. Andy, good to speak with you this morning. You're out with your interim results, and you do say that it was a period of significant change and progress. Take us through some of that change and progress that you made over the 6 months, Andy.
Yeah, thanks, Stephen, and yeah, nice to see you again. It has been a year of very significant change for us. We've started the year with a new refreshed board. We have more recently a new name. And of course, we've a new strategy, and what we've been through is a period of refocusing and strengthening our focus on Southeast Asia, where we have our core asset in Timor-Leste. We are now exclusively focused on this region, so the assets that we had in the UK previously have gone. Our new business, as well as our existing projects, are focused on Southeast Asia. So yeah, a new strong board that's focused a lot of experience in resources and in capital markets. New strategy, effectively a relaunch of the company around this region.
Can you give us a rationale for that relaunch, Andy?
Well, we see awful lot of opportunity in Southeast Asia. We have a great asset in Timor-Leste, in Chudditch. It's a high value asset, very material gas, and we look forward to progressing that. I'll say a bit more about that in a moment. But more broadly in this region, I'm sat in this region, based in this region, and a lot of experience here, and we see gas markets that are very strong. We see economic growth underpinning that, which is very sustained and will continue for a long period of time. And we see a lot of opportunities to develop the business in a relatively open, competitive landscape. So it's an exciting place, an exciting business to be. And unlike some other parts of the world, we are very strongly aligned in the governments that we speak to and the country where we operate and others around this region. So it's the opportunity space is very interesting here.
Some of the other highlights of the period that you mentioned in the statement, Andy, Farm Up Agreement in February, that was announced, and then also contracts year 3 of the PSC, which started in June. So really progress made there as well.
Well, yeah, a lot of milestones have been achieved, and a number still to come. But you're right. Early in the year, we announced the Farm Up, the increased participation by Timor Gap, our state party, who are carried for 25% of the project, but who elected to take an increased participation stake and a paying stake, which means that they've got some skin in the game and are paying very close attention to. And working very closely with us on taking the asset forward, and that's a relationship that's extremely good and healthy, and they're very good, supportive partner, paying partner, etc. So that was a key milestone, and one that really validates the project in many ways and shows the point I was just making about government support and alignment with what we are trying to achieve. In terms of operational activities, we have made an awful lot of progress in planning for the key appraisal well that we're looking to drill, that we're going to be drilling on the Chudditch well next year, including a site survey that was carried out back for February to April period, and a lot of excellent work being carried out by the in-house team to progress our planning, environmental approvals, and all of that. And then, as you quite rightly said, Stephen, we entered contract year 3, which came with the firm well commitment in June of this year, and we entered it with confidence given our preparations that we're making. And on that note, if I can carry on, we also talk about the funding of the well, the progress that we're making towards funding, and we made an announcement fairly recently with respect to an exclusivity that we have with an outfit called Pacific LNG. Talking to some others as well, with the conversations that had been ongoing, and those are discussions that are progressing very well, and hope to say some more about that fairly soon. But yeah, a continued stream of progress through the period, and that's of course ongoing.
Well, with this focus on Southeast Asia, you also recently announced that you'd applied for 2 offshore licenses in the Philippines. Tell us the potential you're seeing there.
Well, yeah, indeed, and that's one of the sort of initiatives that I was describing earlier on, the opportunities that are out there. The Philippines is a very interesting country to work in. It doesn't have an enormous oil and gas business, but it has some very interesting assets, and it's an area where myself and the team have worked previously. And again, it's a supportive government. So the opportunities that we have bid on contain existing gas discoveries that we were previously involved in, which demonstrate the potential in the area. And we see multi-TCF, multi-trillion cubic feet of gas potential on those assets, associated with further upside. And we hope to do what we have achieved with Chudditch, which is apply technologies to really get a lot more information out of the existing data to really understand and delineate that upside and then take it forward from there. So a very exciting opportunity. Hopefully one will be able to say a bit more that we secured by within Q4 of this year, we should see.
So after that very eventful first half, Andy, how's the rest of the year looking? What are the milestones that investors should be looking out for?
Well, the key focus remains, of course, on Chudditch and Timor-Leste and the progress that we're making there. And so we are in discussions regarding a drilling rig. Those discussions are becoming more and more advanced, and I look forward to being able to say something on that. Progress with respect to funding, as I mentioned, is very important and is progressing well, and we obviously will be able to say something more about that before too long. Those are sort of key progressive items, and which then take us forward towards the drilling of the well early next year. Then as I say, the Philippines licensing round, there may be some announcements on that, and we are looking at other opportunities as well. So basically, we're pushing forward on a number of fronts. Focus is on Chudditch, but we are looking to grow this business, and more will be coming out in the second half of the year.
Sure, we're going to be talking again soon then, Andy. Thank you very much for the update today.
Thank you very much. I'll just close by saying, actually, just a thank you to all our supporters. We had a very strong supporting shareholder base who have been very supportive of the changes we've been through, and very patient as we progress with the asset, and so that's very much appreciated.
Sunder Energy CEO Andy Butler.